Well, it was a little chilly over the weekend, as we all know. Who here is ready to say goodbye to old man winter and hello to spring? If only I could say good riddance to these allergies, I would say, yeah, let's do it. Kelly Allender, owner of Be Organized, is here to help us get a head start on spring cleaning. Good morning. You know, I want to ask you, before I do any of this, I'm afraid that if I dust these things off, it's going to make my allergies even worse.
You know,
That's my excuse to get out of it.
Well, it's a good excuse, but we have a solution for that.
Of course.
We normally carry masks in our bag just in case we're in a dusty
They can help,
environment.
right?
Yeah, but it is, you know, spring is here, the pollen is flying, and it is time to get our houses in order. Before we know it, the kids are going to be out of school.
It's wild.
They're going to be coming back home, and we want to make sure that we can limit that chaos as much as possible.
Yeah, as we all know, decluttering can be overwhelming. Where do we start? How do we start? When do we start?
So great questions all.
Yes.
And yes, it can absolutely be overwhelming, especially if your clutter has built up over a few years or you've got lots of kids in the house. Kids come with clutter. It's just the nature of the business. But the easiest way to start is to pick a space, Zach, that's not too big or too overwhelming. So some good examples of places that you can get a quick and easy start are things like your junk drawer. The junk drawer, we all have one, right? We all have one in our kitchen. But I prefer to refer to this as the utility drawer.
There you go.
Let's take away some of the stigma and some of the junk.
Yeah, right.
This can be a really quick tidy to do. And one of the things we recommend is just setting a timer. 30 minutes, pull everything out of that drawer. Those things that don't belong there, like
throw them
out. Yeah, whether it's sauce packets or hair ties or just odds and ends, those parts that were left over when we assembled furniture.
I can see you can even, if you have children, you could almost make this into a game.
Absolutely, absolutely. You could use it as a sorting game.
I love that.
But when you pull everything out, take out what you don't need, take out what you don't use. Divided containers are fantastic because they can contain those like items in a more tidy way so that you can easily see what you have and access it.
I love that.
Another good place to start, which we often overlook, is our medicine cabinet. And it's a great time of year to go through those medications, check the expiration dates, and get rid of those things that we're not using. We love to use these file drawers.
Yeah.
We can sort them by allergy, cold, which you may need some.
I need to rob that
pain
drawer.
relief, miscellaneous, and it just makes it easier for everybody to find what they need.
Yeah, you know, for me, I've always been this way. I've never really been able to relax if I have cleaning to do.
Absolutely.
I'm one of those.
Absolutely.
And so in order for me to fully decompress, I need to make sure wherever that environment is that it's fully clean.
Absolutely. Some other quick things that you can do.
Yes.
Go through your pantry, pull out those expired items. If you've got that can of cranberry sauce that's been in there since Thanksgiving 2017.
2017 was 7 years ago.
It's
Yeah, time to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Throw it out. That's what Owen and Sophia would say. Throw it out. Yeah.
Yes. And another good place that we often overlook is our toiletries. Toiletries and cosmetics. A lot of people don't realize these things have expiration dates too.
Right.
Foundation, you can get a ton of bacteria in that in just a short amount of time. Mascaras, a lot of people don't know, your mascara is usually only good for 3 months. So
3 months?
3 months.
Oh my
goodness.
goodness.
And anything that's going next to your eyes, you want to make sure that it's clean and sanitary. So purge those things you don't use, those colors that you bought, ladies, that didn't quite work, let them go.
Right,
it's time to let them go.
And somebody once told me too, if you know, by the seasons, if you're cleaning things and you haven't worn that shirt or used that product, if it's what's the rule? 1 season or 1 year?
So usually.
Not to put you on the spot.
No, that's fine. What we recommend, a good tip, is turn your hangers backwards at the beginning of the year. And the things that you pull out and use, you'll be able to see when you put them back in the correct way. Anything that's backwards toward the end of the year, you didn't use it, it's time to,
I love
time to let it go. So, and we have 4 quick questions that can help you no matter what area of the house you're working in.
Let's get to those questions.
Ask yourself, do I like it or love it? Do I need it? do I use it? Is it valuable or irreplaceable? And you may find that something that you think you like, you don't need, you don't use, it's taking up that valuable space in your home. So
give it to someone who might be able to use it.
Absolutely. We say if it's no longer serving you, let it go so it can serve somebody else.
Let it serve someone else.
Absolutely.
Awesome. This has been so helpful. Any other last minute tips you want folks to know? I know you brought these. These are really great for grocery shopping.
Yes. Every home we go into has what we call the bag of bags.
Yes. You put, this is... There you go.
Yeah, and a lot of times those get unwieldy, especially if you've got plastic bags.
Yeah.
So, quick tip for you.
Oh,
We like to fold these, contain them in a bin, and then they're not overflowing in your pantry or your laundry room. And also, if you're going grocery shopping, you can pick up the whole bin and put it in your car.
This is really helpful because, you know, my bag of bags is up on top, and so anytime I go to reach for one, they all fall down.
You get a bag avalanche.
Yes, a bag avalanche right to the face.
Right, yeah. So we also have a spring cleaning checklist. If folks are interested, that I believe you guys are going to post a link to.
Yes.
It just really helps you break that down room by room so that we don't get overwhelmed, because it can be a really overwhelming experience. Biggest piece of advice, give yourself grace as you're decluttering your home. It didn't get cluttered overnight.
Yeah.
It took months, and it's not going to get cleaned out overnight.
Right.
So give yourself grace and time.
But it will go a lot faster. It's almost like weight loss. You know, weight comes on over a gradual amount of time, but you can take it off quicker than once you put it on. Same with cluttering, decluttering.
And once you've decluttered that space, you're going to feel so proud.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to keep it neat once you've been through that process and kind of exercise that purging muscle.
Have you found there is a correlation between mental health and organization and cleanliness?
Absolutely, and the statistics show that. There's research that reinforces that. The more clutter we have, especially the visual clutter, I mean, if you think about it, everywhere you're looking, there's a to-do.
Yeah. It's suffocating. It can be, right?
The more clutter, the higher the stress level, the lower the productivity level. So we should be able to come into our homes and take that deep breath at the end of the day and let it really be a haven and a restful place. It just takes a little bit of work and a little bit of maintenance to get there, but anybody can do it. It's a skill like anything else. So
how did you get started in this business?
So I'm one of those weird people who has always loved to organize. I love to organize. I love to stage a home. I love to pack. All of those things that keep those items purged and keep that home tidy. I'm very sensitive to my environment. So when I left the corporate world about 7 years ago, I started looking into organizing, and then we started this business. And it's been a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, I can organize. Packing though, oh man, I dread it.
Well, we offer packing services too, so we'll help folks declutter prior to listing their house.
And there's an art to packing. There is an art.
Absolutely is. There is. And we organize your packed boxes. We label everything, and we will even come to your new home, unpack everything, meet your movers, manage the move, unpack and organize and set up your whole home.
Oh, I love that
If that's something you'd like to do. It's my dream.
Yeah, that's right.
For myself.
Well, we love that. We also love that you stopped by this morning. We appreciate your time.
Oh, of course.
All great tips, wonderful suggestions.
Thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
And we, of course, will put all of this information inside this story on our website.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Zach.
Thank you.